are ready. We're heading down. Chris is about to start his first full Ironman. Yesterday to come and make sure we were here. So we flew from Singapore to Singapore to Brisbane, Brisbane to Cairns, and we are ready to support him. If you don't know, full Ironman is 3.8 kilometer swim, 180 kilometer bike ride, and then a full marathon. So we are so excited. He's gonna do absolutely amazing. We're just going down. It's, hold on, let's see. It is, 7:07 in the morning right now. His start time is 7:40. So we're gonna walk down together and he's gonna crush it. Let's go.
I signed up to do Ironman Cairns and an Ironman specifically because I've done the other distances. I was looking for a challenge, and being new in Singapore, needed something to fill our time with. Ironman Cairns specifically because it's voted regularly the best Ironman in the world due to the support and how good the swim, bike and run course is.
Chris did forget something, so thank God our hotel is only 100 meters away. His start time is in about 20 minutes. I'm very nervous for him. Are you nervous for Daddy?
Okay, I'll wait for you.
No.
Do you think he's gonna do good?
No.
What? He's gonna do amazing, right? I'm so proud of him. He's gonna do awesome.
Okay, race morning. Our hotel's just there, 30 meters away. The start of the swim is 30 meters that way. We're allowed to wear our wetsuits because it's 25 degrees. Normally you wouldn't be at this temperature, but because of the stingers, we're allowed to wear them. So it's going to be pretty hot once we get out. We're going to drink lots of water. The water looks really nice. And I am very nervous. This will be the longest I've swum in open water. So as soon as the swim's out of the way, not a problem. Bike, fine, and then just got to see how your body feels when you're running.
Let's do it.
Go, Daddy! Go, Daddy!
Do you want to give him a hug? A good luck hug.
Crazy lobster.
Preparation for the race started in January. I followed a 6 months training program from my pro coach, and I tend to follow the intermediate training programs. With a busy life and playing other sports, I find the advanced training programs a little bit too much, and then with the beginner programs I wouldn't get enough out of it. So the actual training program started in January, but building up to do an Ironman is probably 3 or 4 years of doing other triathlons and getting used to it. Can you start from nothing and train to do an Ironman? 100%. If you want to probably push yourself and race, you need to experience in the shorter distances first. So within my training program, I would have 2 swims, 3 runs, and 2 bikes. The third run being a brick run after the big bike on a Saturday. So you might do 3, 4, 5 hours on the bike, jump off and do maybe a 30-minute to a 45-minute run. We're very lucky. We live in a condo block, so we have a 50-meter Olympic-sized pool here. So I swam here. Spent a lot of time dodging kids in the pool, which is obviously handy for the race because you have to dodge people. Cycling, generally just cycling around outside of Singapore and doing a full lap every single Saturday and adding a little bit on. And then running, I thought I could get quite bored running, so just trying to find different routes from our house. Longest run was 2 hours 45 minutes. Longest swim was about 4,500 meters in training intervals, and then my longest bike ride was 5 hours. In this heat, I think that's enough preparation. So right before the timer end, I think there's a mixture of nerves. There's always nerves, but actually, if you reframe that, it's excitement. You're excited to start the race. It feels like nerves, but if you can turn that actually you're excited, you can perform a lot better. So I think it's a mixture of the two.
Hey, we are just heading over to the finish line.
Ow.
What'd you do?
My pretty new friend.
We played at a playground for about 45-50 minutes. We're heading over to the finish line now. The men pros have finished. See Chris in transition, hopefully. Absolutely stunning.
The swim went really well. In terms of time, I was delighted. Due to the fact that there's the danger of jellyfish in the water there, you get to wear a wetsuit. So instantly, your 100-meter pace improves by about 20 seconds. So when you come out of the water, your time looks really good. That's a confidence boost. There's always a worry about the crowds and people swimming over you. And it was fine. I found a nice spot. I was able to, you know, swim the whole course, the corners without any hassle, only a couple of bumps into people. I'm sure some people are scared of crocodiles and stuff like that, but that didn't really come into my head. Had the wetsuit on, and as long as you're not the last swimmer, you're probably not going to get eaten.
Chris just finished the swim. That was actually super fast, and now we're going to see him off on the bike course.
I took a few minutes in the tent to make sure I got some hydration in and some sort of solid food before jumping on the bike. The bike course is really good. It's, I don't know, probably one of the most beautiful bike courses that Ironman has. You can read that all over the internet. You do start on a huge hill as soon as you come out, so that's a little bit of a stinker.
That's what you sign. Go for it, bud, daddy. Okay, I accidentally didn't press record when Chris cycled past, but he's off on the bike. The bike course looks amazing. He's off in good time. He looked good. He looked happy. Sorry, Chris didn't hit the record button. Okay, we'll see it in like 6 hours when he starts his run. But we're gonna go into Cairns and then hang out by the pool, track him on the app. Feel really bad that I didn't hit record there. But, oh gosh. Okay, we saw him, he's ready. Let's go.
It does get windy, so you've got to be careful at the start not to race off because you will have a tailwind and you can use up all your energy. The first half of the bike course was fine for me, but
so Bodhi's now playing at Muddy's playground. So we're here down at the water. We've got a couple hours, like hours until Chris will be even close to coming in. So we're gonna hang out here. He's at about, let me do the check. A little under, maybe probably a little over 50K now. And he's been cycling for an hour and a half. So he's doing really, really well. Average pace of 32 kilometers an hour. His swim was 107 with an average pace of 143, which is amazing. So he's doing really well. Bodhi's happy. We're playing. We're gonna get some food. We're gonna hang out. We've got a while to go. We're watching some people for the 70.3 run and finish their cycle. And we'll catch up with you. I'll give you another update in a little bit.
I found the second half into the wind. One of my hips was hurting. I was struggling to stay in the triathlon position on the bike. That was mentally tough, and I thought the run was going to be really hard. Because
a lot of the pro triathletes, the men are coming in now, but look, Cairns is mental. It's so busy. We're right in the water. I'm gonna go for a quick little swim. This is so cool. Like, the vibe is unreal. Oh my God, Chris is doing well. He's got maybe about less than 40K left on the bike, so hopefully an hour, 20 minutes maybe. Okay, I've decided that if you do Ironman or triathlons or anything like this, this is amazing to do with kids. We just swam in this lagoon, cooled off. It was freezing. It's about 2:15 now. I highly, 100% definitely recommend this. I think it's amazing. The run course is just here. I'm gonna say, like, amazing. Australia, you're brilliant. He's almost done with the bike. He's almost here in probably about 2 minutes. Woo! Go Chris! Woo! Go Chris!
So off the bike onto the run. Transition there was really quick. Needed a quick wee. I was very worried because my hip was killing me for the second half of the bike course. That when I jumped off the bike, it would be impossible to run. But actually, it was fine. It felt completely normal. That's one of the benefits of having a triathlon specific bike, I suppose. Like, they're built to help you run.
Finished the bike. He actually was smiling. Now he's going on a run. I've got Bodhi's sign. Go fart, butt daddy. Ready? So only a marathon left. Go Chris! I love you. Have fun. Sleeping.
Run course is just amazing. It's 4 laps around the marina, out back to the airport in Cairns, and then back into town. The support is phenomenal. There's people everywhere.
And Chris is out on the run. We found a great spot to sit and cheer for him. We're going to see him running past us, and then we're also going to see him running in front of us, and we're near the finish line. The first man finished. It was like 7 hours. I couldn't even do the bike that fast. So we're just gonna wait here. It's a 4-lap run course. Did his bike in just at 6 hours. I am blown away. And plus, Bodhi is obviously having the best day ever. Right, Bodhi? Okay, go Chris. 1 marathon, that's it. You can do it.
It's nice and flat, and I would say that the easiest part of the course is the bit where you actually have sort of the least fans. So you have all the fans in the bits that are a bit more difficult. And then the easiest part is the quiet part.
Feel good? Smashing it! I love you! Okay, it is getting darker out. Chris has about an hour, maybe an hour and 5 minutes left. He's got 1 more loop, so we're gonna see him twice more. And then we're gonna head to the finish line, so we'll miss him on the way back. But, and then this monster is just, she's doing well. So fair, she's doing okay.
I actually felt on reflection after the race that I probably could have run a bit quicker. I ran a 4-hour marathon, which, you know, before the race, if someone had said that, I would have been delighted with. All time on the run, after having such a tough bike, the run was actually felt just quite comfortable, like a nice afternoon jog.
He's had today as we welcome to the finish line, Chris. You are an Ironman. Thank you for joining us here in.
So the finish line was great. Rachel and Bodhi were there next to the bell that you get to win if you're a first-time finisher. So I took a few seconds to ring that bell and give those guys a hug for supporting me, because it's not just the race. Obviously, if anyone's going to do an Ironman, it's like the 6 months beforehand. You've got to be pretty selfish. And it takes a lot of time away, so you've got to say thank you. And I would say that it's probably the first race I've done when I finished where it really felt like an accomplishment. You know, I've done some marathons before and stuff like that, which, you know, are good to finish and you're like really happy. But when I finished this race, it really felt like, wow, you achieved something big that not many people managed to do. Next up, I don't know why I did this, but sometimes you can get a bit down after you finish your big event. Because you haven't got anything else to look forward to. So before I flew out to Australia, I signed up to a 100-kilometer trail race at Big Bear Lake, California in October. So I've just started training for that. I'll see you in October.
Why did you sign up for this race?
Oh, what?